Hey guys, I want to talk to the young people that are in college or about to graduate or maybe have recently graduated. One of the things that I think that you should start to do is to really look at who you have been affiliated with, who you've connected with. I often hear from a lot of young folks, young professionals that I just got out here. I don't have much of a business network. Well, your network is actually bigger than you think it is. You can all the way go back to high school, right? The teachers that you really respected and admired. Connect with them on LinkedIn or just stay in contact with them. And of course, as you get through college, think of all the different affiliations of relationships that you've had either through social functions, through class, those professors, those folks that maybe work in the career counseling office or maybe an advisor that you've worked with. Those are all professional connections that potentially could play a role in helping you down the road. So establishing a way to connect with them and say, look, I'd really like to add you to my professional network because you're someone that I respect and admire, and I'd like to continue the relationship, continue to get to know you and see if down the road there's some way that I can add value to your life or your work. I'd be happy to do so. It's an excellent way for you to start to build your foundation of connections. I know a lot of folks that are new into the workforce and they get a real kind of concerned about, well, I don't have that many connections or my LinkedIn, job experience is very limited or there is none. Does not matter. The nice thing about it is, especially from a recruiting perspective, from a company that might be considering hiring you, they're just looking at, hey, did you take the time? Did you make the effort? Have you built an interesting enough, platform of sort of experiences that you got in college, specific skills, certifications that you've gotten that could be beneficial to our organization? They're not looking to say whether you've got 100 connections or 50 connections or 5,000 connections. They're looking at what you've built out around what you've done so far to represent yourself out there in the professional world. But I think one of the things that really benefits you and can help is by having a little bit more confidence in that network that you're starting to create. And believe it or not, as you graduate college and 5 years beyond it, 10, 15, 20 years, many of those connections that you've made early on that played a pivotal role in inspiring you, motivating you, or just being there for some good sounded advice at an early age, those become some of your best connections that you will leverage later on in your career, and they may leverage you. That is the key. When I talk about the power of ripple and I talk about the power of connection, you want to continue to invest in these relationships, even though you might not be seeing that professor day to day at class, or not be able to be in a situation where you're talking to these people on an ongoing, consistent basis. LinkedIn keeps you in front of them, keeps you engaged with them. So build those connections, use LinkedIn to house them, and I guarantee you it'll do wonders for your career. Until next time, my friends, ripple on.